under this chat today, and we'll get in touch with you.
Yep.
Okay, here's one. I'm going to go to Craig on this one. So what's the next step for Surrey Heath with regard to implementing the Surrey cycling strategy? That's come from Rachel on Facebook.
Not sure, to be perfectly honest.
Well,
the Surrey cycling strategy is obviously, I know it sounds difficult to keep passing it to the county, but we do have to realise that Surrey Heath doesn't do everything and can't do everything. And I think they have obviously put their cycle path and into the A331. I think they are looking at how they can extend cycle paths across the borough. They're not always universally popular. They are some areas where particularly motorists say, well, why have they put it there? Because they don't see the need for it, and it makes it very difficult in driving. So it does have to be a balance at actually encouraging them and making sure that motorists are accepting of it, because sometimes, as I say, they're not always as popular as people may think. I think they have actually tried in the beginning of the year or last year to have like sort of cycle rides around different boroughs in Surrey. And I'm not quite sure whether the one actually came off in Surrey Heath, but I know that the cabinet member for it is quite keen to actually see if they can roll those out again. They were very popular in other boroughs in Surrey.
I think the key issue, from what I know of the Surrey cycling strategy, is about trying to create enough routes that therefore make that a sustainable method of transport. I think that's one of and an opportunity to have a really good ride from point A to point B. And sometimes with certainly the borough's connectivity to a county strategy around cycling is you need to connect all of these routes up so that you get an effective ride and also some sustainability benefits from that approach. And I know just through cycling around the country generally, because it's something that I've got into recently, it's quite difficult when you're on a cycling route and it suddenly stops and you can't then find the safest way to get back onto a cycling route because something has got in the way. So I think part of that strategy is about how do you get a good network of cycling routes which make that a better option for travel, but also an enjoyable option if you happen to like that as a pastime as well.
And that's not always easy, and not just in Surrey Heath, but in other areas as well, because our roads weren't designed when they were originally put in to actually accommodate a cycle route as well. And they do in some areas have cycling on the paths and have the shared pathway. But some roads just won't accommodate a cycle route safely, and I think we have to accept that we're probably not going to get total connectivity for our cycle routes.
But again, Rachel on Facebook, thank you very much for that question, and what we will do is we will pass that on to Surrey County Council for you so that we can get probably their view of where they are with the Surrey cycling strategy, and presumably how it connects into our borough is what you're interested